Freedom is the ability to act or change without constraint, to be able to do what you want when you want, to speak and act how you want of your own volition, and is also one of the main themes explored in Konosuba, God's blessing on this wonderful world. If you find yourself entertained at any point during the video, then consider liking, subscribing and ringing the bell, as I cannot explain to you how much just more action can do for this channel. Also, if you want to support me further, check out my books on Amazon.com. Anyway, on with the video. Freedom is a theme that has been explored in all manner of series, and as said before is the ability to act or change without constraint, something synonymous with Konosuba's cast. The isekai genre as a whole, due to its premise of people being transported to another world, opens up the avenue for a whole host of themes to be explored. They can explore the idea of restarting from zero and growing as a person like in ReZero, or perhaps the idea of following your dreams no matter what, like with Kame no Michi, or even the idea of limitless possibilities, like with No Game No Life. However, for Konosuba, the main theme its existence as an isekai allows us to explore is in my mind without a doubt the theme of freedom. Choice is obviously one of the key aspects of freedom to choose whatever you want without restraint. And this is an idea shown to the viewer from the very start of Konosuba, no, not even from the start, but instead from the prologue of Volume 1. Kazuma, as shut in neat, makes a choice to go outside, something he doesn't usually do, and then he jumps in the way of a truck to save someone, again something he doesn't usually do, but chose to do regardless. And then when he meets Aqua, he makes a choice of being reincarnated in another world, but instead of taking a cheap weapon, he takes a useless goddess, an unheard of choice but one he made nonetheless. It is the ability to choose things out of the ordinary, to do things he usually wouldn't, that allowed Kazuma to become the protagonist of the story. He died and was reincarnated with Aqua due to his own choices. It's all his own fault. But the fact something can be his fault is evidence that he had free choice and the freedom to do what he wanted to do. Kazuma, along with being a true advocate for gender equality, is a masterful representation of freedom and choice. To start with, his job class is an adventurer, the weakest job class true, but also the one with the most possibilities. Due to light novel spoiler reasons I won't mention, he is by the end of the series able to learn all manner of skills from all manner of job classes. As he has the freedom to do so, as an adventurer he has the freedom to learn skills of a thief, of a lich, or maybe even an arch-wizard. He has endless possibilities when it comes to the skills he acquires, much like how he has endless possibilities in this new world. His signature skill of steel is one based on luck after all, on possibility, something greatly aided by his impressive luck stat. And luck is just a chance of something good to happen or something bad. It's just a choice out of your control. However, for someone with a high luck stat, it is in a way within reach, as Kazuma is a free man, free to make any choice he wants, and due to his luck stat he is even free to do what he wants when the thing he wants to do is based purely on luck and chance. Adventurers, as Kazuma says himself, are basically just job hoppers, but that in a way is also indicative of freedom. As an adventurer, Kazuma can choose what quests he wants to complete, what jobs he undertakes, who he does so with, and what kind of life he wants to live. As being an adventurer is a job that comes with the element of choice and of freedom, to explore new lands and defeat new monsters, truly a job of choice. When Kazuma and Aqua first arrive in the world, they start as construction workers, something which Kazuma comments on, saying it's not fancy at all. And so with that in mind, they do their first kill quest, as they are finally embracing the fantasy of the world, the freedom. And finally come to understand that this is a new world, and that the confines of society no longer exist, that you don't have to work a 9-to-5 construction job just to survive, but you can be free and become an adventurer. And this idea of freedom and of being free to make your own choices is true for all of the main cast. Aqua was able to live a happy life she never would have been able to have in heaven. Yes, she had hard times as a result, but she also met new people to call friends and learned to love the world that at first she was so desperate to leave. She may have been a goddess with responsibility, but now she was free to do what she pleased and to enjoy her life. Megumin, despite what others said and despite the mockery she received, chose to commit herself to the life of the explosion, to learn explosion magic and nothing more, as she was free to make that choice. She left her village despite what others said and tried to become an adventurer. However, she was rejected from party after party until she met a weird Japanese guy and the blue-haired archpriest. It was her choice to leave her village, her choice to become an adventurer, and her choice to learn explosion magic. She rejected life in her village as that wasn't what she wanted to do. She wanted to be free, and so she did. And if not for these choices, and if not for freedom, she would never have met her party, the people that mean the most to her, and showed her true happiness, a happiness that could rival her love for explosion magic. Darkness is the same. She left her life as a noble and took up the identity of darkness to be free and become an adventurer she wanted to be. She took up a new identity and was allowed to become a new person, an ultimate expression of freedom. As an adventurer, she was allowed to indulge in her fantasies, her fetishes, and her desires to the fullest without having to hide any of it. Becoming an adventurer helped her to truly become free, as it allowed her to stop hiding who she really was and allowed her to express her true nature to the fullest. no longer confined by her noble status and duty. She was free to be a masochistic crusader, and more importantly, she was free to be herself. Wiz and Vanir as well reflect this idea, as they are both generals of the Demon King, both evil creatures, one a lich and the other a devil. But even so, they didn't have to be defined by that evil nature. They were free in this wonderful world to follow not their nature as evil beings, but to instead express their desires and do what they wanted to do, to open a shop and to work at said shop in order to raise enough money to build a dungeon. They had the freedom to have a dream and to act towards achieving it. Dreams and freedom are very much tied, as the freedom to dream is the first step to making a dream reality. Megumin dreamed of becoming an adventurer who only used exposure magic, and Darkness dreamed of having friends and of being a crusader who didn't have to hold anything back. As this wonderful world is one in which you can dream. No matter how bad the game balance is, how the vegetables attack you, the fish grow in the ground, and that a Demon King general shows up to the starting town of rookie adventurers, this world is still one of endless possibility and one of true freedom. To do what you want, to dream how you want, and to be friends with whoever you want. You don't need to be influenced by what others say or hide your true nature, or on the flip side, you don't need to be defined by your nature, as everyone has the ability to be happy by doing what they want, no matter who or what they are. Especially in this isekai world. As well, in what other world with a useless goddess, a wizard who can only use one spell a day, a crusader who can't hit anything, and a guy with low stats and the weakest job class have any chance of defeating the Demon King? As in the end, God's blessing on this wonderful world is choice, the ability to choose your own actions, the ability to be free, and to have freedom of choice, as that is freedom. Comment of the week comes from Maria G, and I'm glad you and so many other people really appreciate these videos. If you have any opinions on Konosuba, then tell me in the comment section down below. And if you have a suggestion for a future video, then again the comment section is funny enough down below. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter at SephTheSin for channel updates and just general chatter, and my DM's always open if you want to chat to me directly. And if you want to support me further, then check out my books Gang Fluid Justice and People of Fate Volume 1, available at Amazon.com. So with all that said and done, I have been SephTheSin, the Deadly Sin of Geek, and I am signing out. Stay safe, everyone.